Salute. Salute, 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 and salute once again. Tell me something good, man. I see some people starting to come in the building. You dig what I'm saying? In a few seconds, I'm gonna give some people some time to get up in there. You dig? How y'all feeling, man? Let me know who in the building. For real. City Bama, I see you, my guy. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Talk that shit, brother. For real, man. Shout out to everybody that decided to pull up. I see people starting to pull up in the building. I know City Bama's there, but let me see who else is in the building right quick, y'all. Y'all already know the motto, man. Another day alive, another day free, bro. Word up. Tell me something good. Who in the building, man? Y'all know what I'm doing right quick. You hear the scraping and everything. You know what I'm saying? Wait for a few people to pull up. I think I got a good one tonight. Anybody that feels like this is something they want to talk about or put some input on, feel free. When I drop the link, you know what I'm saying? Just pull up. Just remember what we said. Got to be respectful. If you don't want to show your face when you get up on the platform, you have to show me your face before you come up on the platform. And then when you get up on the platform, when I see who it is and I know who's who, you're more than welcome to come up and give me your input. You know what I'm saying? Because I be hearing the wrong. Matter of fact, I don't know if I be hearing the wrong description. I be hearing a lot of descriptions on what's considered a street nigga, like, or a street dude, or a street entity, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like who's the better man? The man that chooses his own fate and said he's gonna take more risks in order to quote unquote get to certain goals quicker than others? Or the man that decides to go to work every day, sweat, slave, come home tired, a lot of times at the job, unappreciated, overworked, mistreated, manipulated because of power. Sometimes they go like that in the street because every boss has a boss, man. Whether it's we in the world or whether it's we in the street. Even if you're the boss, there's always a boss, because there's always a saying like the boss of bosses. Like, are you a boss of bosses? Are you a boss at a table of bosses, part of a conglomerate? Are you getting it because of your word, because of your reputable, the reputation that you built in the street? Like Big said, number 10, a strong word called consignment, strictly for live men, not for fresh men. Because if you ain't got the clientele, say hell no. If anybody know what the rest of that say, let me hear you type it in. Because they gonna want their money. What's the rest of that, y'all? You dig what I'm saying? Like I told y'all, stay tuned. I got a show coming up called the 10 Hood Commandments. And I think this is something that should be brought up and should be talked about, not just by myself. I'm going to give you 10 reasons that I think, quote unquote, what I'm saying to you about survival in the street, you can survive. I see my man Dun Bars in the building. I say, yo. Yo, Dun, how my man start that shit off? How you start that shit off, Dun? How that shit go? You choked all 3 rounds against Steams. Bitch, please. You couldn't get a round out of this nigga if he was Swiss cheese. Supreme shot. I pop a flock of you niggas, it been me. Get the fuck out of here. Harlem 1. Salute to the people pulling up in the building. New York Nikki, I see you. Beaver Valley updates, I see you in the building. You dig what I'm saying? He said you couldn't get a round out of this dude if he was Swiss cheese. Bitch, please. We got like 17 in the building. In the words of Big Dice, let's go. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Salute. Salute, y'all. Salute. Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. Cinnamon Tea, I see you in the building. My nigga Dunbar's in the building. Beaver Valley updates in the building. City Bomber, I see you in the building, man. New York Nikki, I see you in the building, man. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Yo, let me tell you something. You know why I'm smiling, y'all? I've been live now about, what, 2 minutes? Almost 3 minutes. It's 20 in the building. Hit that like button, man. The Dread them have a song. You can't keep a good man down. What? Y'all crazy? Yeah. Shout out to all the real, man. Shout out to all the real. That's all I got to say, man. It's like every time I seem like the devil picking at me in life, and I keep my faith, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all can see how I'm glowing. Check my haircut out. Check me out. Not bad for 50. Mean line. I'm trying to grow my face. And ladies that's in the chat, New York Nikki, let me ask you something. Cinnamon Tea that's in the building, let me ask you something. I'm thinking about growing my hair out, my beard out, so like right about round around the bottom, you know, showing my Muslim thing, you know. Not letting no hair grow across the top lip, as I never will do. That's Muslim law. But let me tell you something. Whew. Spider Dirk, I see you in the building. Spider the Hurt, I see you in the building. Eastside, beloved, what's happening, baby? Spread love, it's the Brooklyn way. The Moet and Alizé keep me pissy. Girls used to miss me, and now they writing letters because they, what? I ain't gonna talk about it. I was talking to one of my gangsters earlier, man. Let me tell you something, man. Y'all ain't never hear me say this. I'm gonna say shout out to you too, man. Thank you. Thank you. I humbly thank you. I humbly thank you, because let me tell you something. The next time y'all walk down the street and y'all see somebody, I'm not talking about nobody y'all could look at as wanting to just do a con, talking about they need some change or something. But the next time, y'all, want y'all to do me a favor, the 24 that's in the building. The next time you walk down the street and somebody come by and ask you for some spare change, or you see somebody standing at the corner or with a sign or something for some spare change, give it to them. The reason why I said that is just yesterday, I was down here driving. I was going to the store. It was a man standing at the light. White guy. Looked like he might have been Well, because of the trials and tribulations, I'm gonna put some, look like he might have been in his middle 30s, close to his 40, close to 40. He's standing out there talking about, yo, with a sign talking about, God loves us all. Could you please spare some change? I was like, damn, man, nigga using God and shit. But at that moment right there, I decided, because I just came out the store and I knew I had like $2.76 change. I got a bag of potato chips and a soda from the $5 bill. I had like $2.76, change, some shit like that. But I didn't put the $2 bills in my wallet. I usually put my cash in my wallet, but I put my change in my pocket with the $2 bills. I don't even know why I did that. See, this is what God put in store. When I get to the light, I dig in the pocket. I pull out the $2, all the change and everything, and put it in. He said, yo, thank you, brother. He looked me dead in my eyes. He said, God is going to bless you. I said, peace. I go out. I leave. Whatever. I'm not even thinking about the shit. Mean Streets, I see you in the building. Salute. We got 29 in the building, y'all. Do me a favor. Hit that like button, man. Most of the people I seen in here, I know. You know, if it's your first time in the building, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. To the couple of haters that's going to be in here, y'all are welcome too. Y'all are welcome too. Y'all probably won't comment or nothing like that. I know y'all are watching. But y'all are welcome too. You know why? Because in your mind, you're telling yourself you're coming over here to possibly see me make a fool of myself. I'm trying to make a fool of somebody else. No, 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 no. That's God working on you. You're really coming over here to get this love because you're tired of the bullshit you've been going through. And that's a fact. Yo, I can read endless texts, inboxes and messages. When I was so doubtful about YouTube, I was like, nah, I ain't fucking with this shit. I got people sending me paragraphs telling me how certain things I said have changed their life and helped through certain things. I got women, men. I actually have more women hitting me, not on no sex shit, just telling me, damn, you make it seem like it's really some good dudes left. You dig what I'm saying? So to the haters, I love you too. But back to my blessings, man. Fuck all that bullshit. I gave the dude like $2.86, almost $3 because I had change and everything like that. And I was talking to one of my gangsters earlier, right? And then me and him actually was talking to each other for the first time. I've been trying to get in touch with him. He didn't even understand I shipped my math to him, but I finally got to touch to him. And then we was really talking, and I finally got to really, really understand who he is. I already knew who he was because he said something that touched me and made me change certain things that I used to do for years. But look how God worked, man. I went through, yo, let me tell you something. God be testing me. Louis V, I see you in the building, man. See, that's for all them dudes that be running around acting like, quote unquote, they really was out there in the street. Because if you really was out there in the street, you know what it is for that stomach to growl. Rest in peace to my man, $500,000 from Albany Projects. He always told me that, yo, God, when your stomach is fucking hungry, it will put a craze in your mind that'll make you do something you thought you would never do. And I didn't understand what he was talking about. When you really, really hungry, you dig what I'm saying? You going to sleep, just your stomach growling. Then you think about how them bills gonna get paid and all that. That hunger will send signals to your mind that will literally drive you crazy if you are not connected to the Most High. That will make savagery come out of you. Duke the Dawn, I see you. I see you, my brother. He in the building. Word up. B-Rud, I see you in the building. Sir Valentino, I see you in the building, man. See, that's why I fuck with y'all, man. That's why I fuck with y'all. As a matter of fact, my man Duke the Dawn is in the building, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. When I got people that'll call me and tell me I've seen certain situations and they honor me for the way I've handled certain things, I know I'm doing the right fucking thing. See, because let me tell you something, the devil will fuck with you. When you know you got the ability and the power to do something crazy, the devil will be like, you better do it. 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 But then when you got the mercy of Allah, God, whatever y'all want to call it, the Most High in your heart, and you really, really been through some sucker shit, and you don't, first of all, one thing could make something else happen. It's a domino effect. When you really got it in your mind that you want to move righteous and you don't want nothing but peace, that's what it comes to you. But you got to know what to cut off and what to have around, y'all. So salute. Peso Honcho in the building. All the gangsters pulling up. We got Albany Projects in the building. Brooklyn is in the building, man. We got Brooklyn in the building. We got Connecticut in the building. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but y'all decided to come chill and hang out with me. The night I'm going to talk about something, because I be hearing people talk about certain things. You dig what I'm saying? I be hearing people talk about certain things and they points and views. So I be bringing them up because I have my point of views. But the first thing I want to do, I want to shout out to the sponsors. These people sponsoring me, y'all. Anybody that's into that real grabber and that real fronto, Tube Chronicle TVs, what's up, baby? Anybody that's into that real fronto or that real grabber and they be having problems going to the, you know what I'm saying, the local store, anything like that, because it's be stale and hard or smelling like pneumonia and all this bull. Do me a favor, go over to The Real Fronto on Instagram. DM my man Walter. Tell him Big Dice sent you. These is my sponsors. They reached out to me and grabbed me because of what I'm saying on this platform. And I personally buy my fronto and grabber from them. This ain't no rap. This ain't no jacket, man. I'm talking about these dudes. Deliver it straight to your door, y'all. Remember what I'm saying. TheRealFronto.com if you don't have an Instagram account. You can go right on the internet and type in The Real Fronto, as it's spelled right there in front of y'all.com. And they will deliver it straight to your house. And I promise you, anybody that buys some fronto or some grabber that's displeased with the fronto or the grabber, because I stand on my law, you see my Cash App up there, right there. Brooklyn, $170 Dice. Matter of fact, I'm going to throw it across the bottom from the people that want to see it. That's my Cash App, y'all. Anybody that spends some money and they're displeased from what they spent, you can automatically do what? Request the amount of money that you spent with them to my Cash App. And, you know, right under that, where they let you write like a little brief comment or something like that, I want you to say, Big Dice, the grabber or the fronto was Bashorta. And whatever amount of money you send me or whatever amount of money you request for that you spent, it will be sent to you immediately. I got something else I want to talk to y'all about. I got a new dating game, y'all. And that's a fact. I just launched it today. You dig what I'm saying? And anybody that's really, really interested in this dating game, this is what I need y'all to understand. To the women, to the men, I'm going to choose one day out of the month to have a dating call, a dating game. Like in the days, the dating game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a gentleman come up here. He's going to show his face. Before he comes up here, I'm going to get a picture of him and certain people that I interview and certain people that I really check their qualities and certain likes and dislikes they want, because I'm going to take my time to thoroughly match people up based on compatibility. I'm going to put 3 women up there and I'm going to make sure that they don't have nothing showing on their emojis. I don't want their part of their body showing. I don't want their face showing. The only thing I want them to do is answer 3 questions that that gentleman may answer to his choice. You dig what I'm saying? That's his dislikes or his likes or whatever things that he wants or he admires or he's aspiring for. And then when he asks these 3 questions to these 3 young ladies, he's going to choose one of them that he feels as though he's most compatible with. And then after that, they're going to exchange their information on Instagram. And if they feel as though after, you know, texting or talking on Instagram after a little while, some type of compatibility, it might be some good chance that they should meet up and go have a date talk or whatever, get to know each other. Hopefully, we can get a big dice marriage. We can get a little big dice nephew, a little big dice niece. And that's all from the heart. But I need people to understand. If this is going to work, I need you to come wholeheartedly. I don't want you to come up on this dating game acting like you're not involved with someone, and you are. I don't want you coming up on this dating game thinking you're going to find a millionaire overnight, because first of all, this is why I want people to disguise their faces, because when I have the woman up there, which her face being shown, and then there's 3 men up there that's contesting trying to get a date with her, the reason why I want people to disguise their faces and just answer on the heart is because look at the description of what they make beauty seem and appear to be nowadays on television and on Instagram. And unfortunately, aren't we tired of lusting off the superficial? How about we try something new for the new year? How about we try this on some real shit? How about we try to speak to people from their heart and understand who they are? I had somebody ask me when I brought this up earlier, it was like, well, what if they're not in the same state, in the same state? Okay, this is what I replied with. Anybody in this chat that wouldn't travel for love? See, that's the beauty of this game right here. Hopefully the people that are compatible with each other and actually choose each other aren't in the same. If they are in the same state, that's just a blessing. But if they aren't in the same state, they have this time to do what we used to do back in the days when we was younger, time to court each other. They got time to call and talk and ask about each other's days, ask about each other's activities, things that's going on in their life. They got time to text each other during the day, little simple shit. Yo, dummy, I'm thinking about you. You got really a long stretch and a space to talk to somebody and then build a real relationship with them without being physical. Of course, once you get to them, you're going to have them lustful moments and all that. But don't you think it's time we start trying to really match up with people that's going to genuinely love us for us? The sad part about a relationship is the person that loves least in the relationship is the person that's in most control. I don't know if y'all ever heard that before. The person that loves the person the least, you dig what I'm saying, is the one that's in most control. Because the person that loves the one the least doesn't care if the person leaves, but the person that's really in love with the person will do everything to keep that person in their heart, keep that person in their life. My man Duke the Dawn said, I ain't gonna lie, I need a good woman in my life. I'm thinking about being one of the guys that will sign up no fronting. Really need a rider in my life. And I appreciate that, Duke the God, because that's the reason why I said, quote unquote, I'm not gonna do this dating game every week. Because there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to thoroughly go through something like that in a process of maybe 5 or 6 days or 4 days. Think about that. If I'm doing this every week, that means I'm gonna have to annually check through all the contestants or whatever contestants come through. And in 3 and 4 days, I gotta have profiles and everything made. That doesn't make any sense. But if I do this once a month, you dig what I'm saying? People have time to send in their applications or their inquiries. I have time to evaluate them, put people together based on compatibility. And for the first time, people get to talk to each other about things that actually make them happy instead of thinking about what's lust is going to grab their body for the second. Duke Heineken 718, I see you in the building. This is what I want to get on, y'all. Show y'all some pictures, man. Word up. Is this gangster, y'all? What y'all see when y'all see this? Is this gangster? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to find out something, because I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying, there's no such thing as a dumb opinion. Everybody has the right to feel what they feel. And I hear so many different array of definitions of a gangster in the street. You know, you got a definition of a gangster from people my age and older. You have a definition of gangster for the people right under me, like say the 35, 30-year-old. And then you got the definition of gangster, say from under 30 to maybe 14. Like, what's the definition of gangster? Does gangster mean like, yo, because you can go out and kill something? Because this is what I'm noticing that they're teaching our children. Check what they keep teaching our kids, man. Like, it seems like everywhere around the world, we got more and more children that's thinking because of guns or the ability to take somebody's life, that makes you gangster. For real. I see what you said, Cinnamon Tea. That would be a good game. Mental challenge. That's a fact. Everything over here is righteous, man. Word up. Oh no, one thing is to protect and another thing is the front. He's a baby. That's a fact. But for some reason, even a lot of the so-called OGs, my age, is telling these kids this is gangster. Throwing them out in the street, giving them guns, throwing them out in the street, giving them drugs, going them out in the street, telling them to go kill because these kids didn't have the acceptance or the love that they wanted in the home. So they went out in the street and gravitated to what they adapted to as love. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all want to see what I define as gangster? That's gangster. That's gangster right there, y'all. Mean Street said he want to know what's gangster. I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, that's why I got y'all here to talk to me. It's 31 in the building. Hit that like button. Let me know something. That's why I need to know, quote unquote, what's going on. You need to tell me exactly what's going on, man. Do me a favor, y'all. How them likes button looking, y'all? Is them like button matching the people that's in attendance? Can anybody give me a count on the likes right quick? Mean Streets, that's what I'm here for. You here, brother. You could have been anywhere else in the world. And you decided to pull up. So this is what I'm here for. This is all grown shit I'm talking about, bruh. You know what's the gangster part about that? This right here? In the eyes of society, this is black excellence right here. Well-tapered man, wearing a suit and a tie. He could be totally a gangster, robbing and stealing. But unfortunately, we're perceived by our appearance and how we look. Ain't that something? If he was to walk down the street at night with you ladies, with the briefcase, would you think he's about to run up on you or rob you or try to harm you? By the way he's dressed, charming, charismatic. But look at this right here. Let me show you what I think is gangster. To me, that's gangster, y'all. This is 3 reasons in one why to me this is gangster. This is the definition and the epitome of gangster. If you check where she's working at, she's working for the fire department. So that means she went into a building and filled out an application saying that she is ready to go into a building that possibly could blow up. A floor could fall in. A beam can fall down on her and kill her to save other people. Number 2, she's a woman. They be talking about women ain't strong, y'all. Ain't that some shit? For every man watching this show, for every man that thought this, I ain't even gonna say it like that. I pray that God humbly makes you understand how wrong you are, how misinformed you are. And it seemed like she's from an ethnic background, maybe Hispanic, maybe Italian. So imagine what she got to go through. You know what I'm saying? My man Beaver Valley, he said facts. Let me show y'all what else. To the gangsters in the street, what I really call is gangster. Y'all may get upset with me for this one. Y'all may get upset with me for this one. Because it was a time when they had me so fucked up in my motherfucking mind. Every time I saw a police officer, the first thing that came to my mind was they was my enemy. I never once thought about there are some good police officers that's actually out here, dig this, to protect and serve the community. It's some people that get up every day, y'all, put on a badge and gun, kiss their families, leave their homes with the unexpectation of knowing if they're going to get back home that night. You dig what I'm saying? Like, think about that. They job, if they coming down the block and they see someone with a gun drawn on them getting robbed, their job is to jump out and de-escalate that situation that might resort to a gun battle where they may be killed or they may have to kill someone. Okay, let's get to the fact. They don't get killed. A lot of people be talking that thug and that gangster shit. Do you know what type of mental anguish a person goes through when they have to kill somebody, man? I'm not talking about a person that just wicked and evil and just want to just go up and kill somebody. I'm talking about a person that's pushed in a corner or a person that thinks somebody is really going to try to take their life. And when they see them, they kill them. This is what I call one of the definitions of gangster. I'm going to show you something else. This is my last definition, y'all, of what I take to be as gangster. And I might get some agreements in it. I might not, but I feel as though this is gangster, man. I feel as though this was gangster, man. See, everybody didn't really know the background of Malcolm X. Everybody didn't really know the background of him. When he was Stuart Little, if I'm not mistaken. What was his name, y'all? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They didn't know the background of him when he was in the street, addicted to heroin. You dig what I'm saying? They didn't know the backgrounds when he was a con man. New York Nikki said, gangsters go to jail and then what? When he went to jail is when he found knowledge of self. And New York Nikki, I beg to agree, and that's why we always over here. Not only gangsters go to jail, plumbers go to jail, teachers go to jail, electricians go to jail, janitors go to jail, McDonald's workers go to jail, department workers go to jail, bank tellers go to jail. That don't have nothing to do with going to jail. Going to jail means you got caught. Going to jail means you made a mistake. That's what involves jail. Unless you're just one of them people that just got this infatuation and think that the best way to live is inside of a cage. This man was a heroin addict, a thief, a robber. He was even a pimp. But when he got knowledge of self, his love and devotion was so strong to respect justice and equality that caused him his death. Anybody that don't know the situation with Malcolm X, you could read a book. You could check out the movie. FTC Vice Blog, salute. He was gunned down at a speech he had in Harlem. Rest in peace. Dick Gregory was invited to this speech. Jesse Jackson was invited to this speech. A few other black political leaders was invited to the speech, activists and stuff like that. Everyone declined the invitation. Dick Gregory said he told him, and this is documented on YouTube. Dick Gregory, Angel Dickinson, I see you in the building. Dick Gregory told him, Malcolm, don't go to that meeting. They're going to kill you. And if you're looking for me to come, I'm not going because I know they want to kill me. That's why I'm telling you not to go. And Malcolm X knew that. If you notice in the movie, in a depiction of anybody that illustrated what happened seconds before Malcolm X was killed, the people that came to shoot him, he stood in front of them and opened his arms. For real. What's more gangster than that? I know some people to this day Me, myself, if I know if I walk down the block and make a left, if it's somebody standing down that block with a gun to blow my head off, I'm not going to walk down the block and make a left. I might back up and come around the corner to sneak up on him that's waiting for me. But I'm not going to walk straight down and walk into him. He walked right into death. What's more gangster than that? What's more gangster than that? That's why I tell you, the ones that have children, the ones that have nephews, the ones that have kids that's just inspired or gravitate to them because of something about them, something diddy bop. Talk to these kids, man. They got these kids thinking to kill is gangster. First of all, these children's brains aren't even fully developed yet. So they don't even understand the impact of what they've done until they're actually arrested and in jail. When they're killing these people out in the street, they're popping promethazine, Percocets, cocaine, heroin, whatever they want to do. It's a new day now. To infuel this anxiety or this aggression when they go outside to do whatever they got to do. I think gangster is the cats like myself and other cats that been in the street that misconstrued the real word of gangster. And every time they see somebody that they know is either walking into a bad situation or walking blindly, they try to snatch them up and take them up under the wing. Word up. They try to take them up under the wing. For real. That's why I said I wanted to talk about this tonight, man. Because every time I turn on TV, the definite gangster to me is getting totally misconstrued. Rest in peace to PNP Rock. The day he was killed in the Chicken and Waffles in Los Angeles. They said the Chicken and Waffles that he went to in Los Angeles was in the middle of 3 predominantly dangerous gangs. To think wisely, rest in peace, for anybody that's in certain situations. If you have a little bit of money, if you got money of that altitude, me, I would have been uncaught the Chicken and Waffles that bad. I'd have been uncaught the people at the store. If I wouldn't have called them, I'd have had an assistant or something like that with the proper credentials that would have convinced the people at the Chicken and Waffle spot to understand that it was really me calling them. And if anything, I would have asked them to close down the restaurant for a day if I really wanted some Chicken and Waffles that bad. If anything, I would have rented another event, another space, and asked them to come cater the event. That young man decided to go in the hood, like about $200,000 on his neck. I remember what happened when Stephon Marbury came in the hood. I remember when Stephon Marbury came to Albany Projects. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. Certain things you just got to be aware to, man. I'm going to drop the link, man, for anybody who want to talk to me and tell me how they feel about this situation. And matter of fact, for the cats that's in here or the women that's in here, anybody want to pull up, like I said, just show me your face and then you can cover it up. Talk to me and tell me what you think the definition of gangster is. Am I bugging? 31 in the building. Do me a favor, y'all. Hit that like button. How them lights looking, y'all? Could one of my mods do me a favor and check the lights for me, please? Word up. Honcho, you see that wrench on there, brother? Unfortunately, let me tell y'all something. I took a lot of wrenches also. And I'm going to be giving out some wrenches also. The reason why I took a lot of wrenches also, because I was under the impression, y'all, like I said, I'm not really familiar with YouTube. I'm getting used to it. I was under the impression that wrenches were to be given to people, in my eyes, for, and this is what I did it for. This is why y'all, the people that have the wrenches, got them from me. I didn't get the wrenches to y'all because I wanted the TV to look like it was some wrenches. No, I really recognize and I appreciate the people that has been coming and pulling up from my first movement with this, like all jokes aside, from the beginning. So to see them in attendance continuously, leaving comments. And do me a favor, y'all. I appreciate y'all for leaving the comments and everything like that. Keep leaving the comments. Keep leaving the comments. Keep giving me comments. I mean, certain things that you feel as though I should talk about. And do me a favor to everybody that sent me inboxes and texts and messages pertaining to the respect that they have for me. Like, I can read some of the texts right now where people have really texted me talking about, and I humbly appreciate this shit. I'm not joking. People have texted me talking about God told them that I was going to change YouTube. I have 3 different people tell me, bruh, you're going to change YouTube. You dig what I'm saying? My man Duke the Dawn, he told me some shit earlier that really touched my heart. See, my man City Bomber said, keep changing the enemy. That's my word. My man Duke the Dawn told me earlier, he said, you really like one of the last ones that really understand what it is to be honorable. See, I don't want to be considered as real no more. I don't want to be called no real dude no more. Anybody that didn't hear me say that from last year for the new year, I don't want to be considered as no real dude no more. I don't want to be considered as no real nigga no more. The reason why I don't want to be no real nigga no more, because nigga is a mind state. A nigga doesn't have any accountability. A nigga never will work. A nigga never will take care of his responsibilities. A nigga never will have manners. A nigga never will have respect. A nigga never really thank God every day for waking up. I'm never gonna be no nigga. But I am a righteous person. I'll take that title. So from now on, when you be like the people that was like, you're the realest niggas, I respect that because I understand what that came from and what you meant about that. I'll just take righteous person from now on. That just goes, look at that. We got Albany Projects in the building again. I keep trying to tell people, man, everywhere I go is love, man. Everywhere I go. Mean Street said facts. Like, for real, I just want to be known as righteous. I don't really, nope. First of all, I got too many real niggas in jail. And what I meant by that is, I got too many of my mans in jail that trusted dudes to be so-called real niggas and lined them up. That's why they always call me the Ghost of Utica Avenue. That was my nickname before Power, before 50 Cent series. Because I ain't really one of them niggas to be up. This YouTube thing is new to me. You dig what I'm saying? Anybody that really know me, I'm not really, but I thank God for YouTube because YouTube is helping me with certain things that has bothered me, certain things that's been bottled up for years. And actually, YouTube is helping me with my faith in God, because certain things that happen on YouTube and certain things that set me on YouTube really disappointed me so bad. I was just ready to put on that Elvis Presley suit and rock and roll. But let me tell you about God. When you got people calling you from all over the place, some of the conversations is, yo, boy, you know all you got to do is say, and it's rockabye, baby. And then you got people calling you saying, yo, bro, check this out. Chill. I'm proud of you. You've been chilling. Don't let nobody get you off your dean. Remember your moms. Then I think about the stuff my mother used to tell me. She used to be like, yo, number one, you better learn to calm down. She said, because you're the one that always they call the police on. She said, you're going to have to learn how to calm down because I'm not going to be here forever to calm you down. You're going to have to learn how to do this yourself. You dig what I'm saying? So it used to be times when I first started reprogramming my mind to really just ignore certain things, because as people, I love you, baby. Danny Luck's in the building. If y'all not subscribed to the Danny Luck Show, y'all already know what to do. Y'all been here. Big Dice stamped it. You dig what I'm saying? But you know what I had to do, y'all, on some real shit for people that be really going through certain stuff? You have to really, matter of fact, Duke the Dawn told me this earlier. Salute Duke the Dawn, he in the building. He said, yo, Dice, he watched something on YouTube and he called me and said, I'm going to give you your flowers because I see you overly trying to explain and rectify something, and it just was just totally overlooked. But you know what we got to start doing? We got to analyzing before we react what we interpret as disrespect. I swear that's what I've been doing. This shit may sound like some funny shit, but it's honest God truth. In a more simplified term, when somebody's standing in front of you with a certain attitude or a certain ego, you got to really recognize the validity of that person and the character and the stature of yourself. Like, this is real rap. You got to really, yo, this is the shit I started doing. Like, I used to think I was pussy. I started telling myself, yo, Dice, you know you pussy, right? I'm looking in the mirror telling myself, you cold-blooded pussy. The old you would have grabbed this nigga by his face, bit him in his nose, slammed him down, stomped his head. The old you would have sat on his motherfucking block, and when he was getting ready to go in his motherfucking building, the last thing he would have smelled was that scent of marijuana. But you know what? That was the dumb person. I had so much turmoil that was going on in my heart, deaths in my family back to back, my friends getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Situations I was going through with my son, mother. It's like a bunch of anger that was building up. If you got a bunch of angry shit or a bunch of negative situations continuously going on in your life, it's going to turn you into someone wicked. Get away from that shit. If something around you makes you do this or upsets you, do me a favor, y'all. Get the fuck away from that shit. Because when ego is enraged, the only way ego can always explode is if ego is confronted. And if you really love your family and your freedom, like, all jokes aside, you just got to be like, yo, walk away. This is what gets me through the day. People that really know me, is certain things you couldn't say to me. So when I'm like, he got to be crazy. And I just ask God, do me a favor, please. Get whatever wicked spirit you have off this person, because I don't want this person to go to another person and say something that another person may not have the humbleness in their heart to overlook. I pray for people. I don't play with God. I don't care what nobody, I don't play with God. But I do pay attention to shit. My grandmother told me something. For everything that comes against you, it will fail, and it will fail terribly. Terribly. And I didn't understand that shit when I was young, because my grandmother, you know, she was diehard Christian. I used to think she was crazy. Not Edna McLeod. Not Edna McLeod. Let me show y'all something. This right here is my grandparents. Fred McLeod. And right next to him is my beloved grandmother, Edna McLeod. This right here was in the famous Cotton Club in Harlem in 1955. They went to see Duke Ellington and Count Basie. And back then it was unheard of for Brooklyn to really mingle with Harlem like that. And if you check how comfortable my grandfather was looking and how happy and how much you see that glow on my fucking grandmother? That woman told me, she said, baby, when I'm not here, I'm going to pray for you. She said, baby, when I'm not even here, I'm going to pray for you. And she said, I hope nobody not true to you comes in your way. And I used to be like, Grandma, what is you talking about? She said, because if somebody around you untrue comes in your way, the power of God is going to give them hell. You see what my man right here said? That's my man. That's my little brother. He said, that's a cold-blooded fact. Don't even put yourself in a situation. I'm telling you, your whole life. Yo, I've seen people that tried to really, really, how can I say, misuse my friendship and my loyalty. Then I start wondering like, why this nigga get locked up, or why this nigga girl left him, or why this nigga kids don't respect him, or why this nigga moms don't want him in the house, why this nigga can't keep a job, why this nigga fuck up every pack. Because they weren't being true. And God was showing me they weren't being true, because when you are blessed by God, whoever God bless, nobody can test. Nobody can really test. Anything that they try to, any seed that they try to plant is going to die until they repent to God and ask them to get that wickedness off their heart. Anybody hearing this, to the people that's really in my corner, to the people that's not in my corner, you better stop. Don't let your fear of my future be your lead to destruction. Dick, don't let your fear of my future be your lead to your destruction. Because God loved me. Every day that I wake up knowing who I am, God gives me more and more verification that he loved me. This motherfucker's waking up crazy, y'all. Y'all ain't know that? Y'all ain't know it's mental institutes all over the world? In Brooklyn, they got something called the G building at Kings County Hospital. Just imagine, there's people waking up every day that don't even know when it's time for them to use the bathroom. They're supposed to get up and go to a bathroom, to a commode. They'll just sit there in a pamper and just defecate all over themselves because their mind is so far off. You know what type of blessing that is, y'all? It's people that sit up starving, but they so far off into the world and with these medications trying to keep them to some type of existence or reality, they don't even understand that they're hungry, man. And that's the problem with the world today. And then, let me tell you something, YouTube people. This is what God told me to say, man. If you keep waking up every day to see someone else unhappy, you're going to be the one in pain and misery. You notice there's people that get up on YouTube every day just to do something to try to make somebody unhappy. Like all jokes aside, like whatever happened to just trying to really get up on YouTube, trying to just develop a real relationship with some people that you might meet one day, that you might not meet one day. But when you develop this relationship with them, they know you sincere. At least one thing they can say is, I'm sincere. And it's really crazy, man. It's like, to the YouTubers that come up on this place to just manipulate people that really don't have that will. It's a lot of people that watch television. It's a lot of people that watch YouTube that don't believe in themselves, and they believe in other people more than they believe in themselves. And they will contribute to channels. They will try their best every week to try to send cash apps to their channel. All these people want some of these people want is some recognition. Like, say thank you, y'all. Like real rap. Like, it's nothing wrong with responding, saying thank you. I don't care if it's $5, $10, $20, $30. If a person is taking their time to send you $5, if a person is taking their time to send you 99 cents, do you know it's a million other things they could have did with the money that they sent you? They don't know you. They don't know you. But something you're promoting to them feels as though that they should contribute to your movement. I'm not one of them reverends, man. I'm not one of them 10 percenters, man. Because YouTube got them 10 percenters too, y'all. Just like the world. It's 85% on YouTube that's blind, deaf, and dumb, and they're just so pulled to anything, they don't understand which way to go. They don't know if to walk righteous. They don't want to know if they want to walk evil. They don't want to. It's just, they have no direction, no stance. And then there's 10% of the YouTubers that quote unquote get up here every day to manipulate y'all. It's 10% of the YouTubers that get up here and smile up in y'all face and everything like that. And then behind the scenes be like, yo, why don't you hit me in the DM? I love you so much. You know what? I'm going through something. One day we're going to be together. And then they put it in your face like, yo, they give you this hope like, you know what? he might really take me seriously one day. Because it's a lot of women out here that's sending in so much money to some of these dudes, man. And these niggas don't give a fuck about you. And that's the honest to God truth. I be hearing so much shit on YouTube, man. Like I be looking at all these channels and stuff like that. I seen a show the other night. I was watching what's the name of this guy, man? Oh my God, I gotta stop smoking the shit. Okay, well, forget him. I was watching this lady named Queen Danica. If I'm saying that right. Denika. Queen Danica has a beautiful message. You dig what I'm saying? One of the most level-headed women I've appeared to see in a long time. I'm watching cash apps, $50, $150, $90, $80, $75, $60. Them shits is going across the screen like my banner. All jokes aside, them shits is going across the screen like the banner. So I got tired at around $450. And that episode of this show was about maybe 2 hours. Now, this is from the beginning it started, like about maybe 10, 12 minutes in, them shit start ringing. To some of the dudes out here, I'm not saying this about that sister. To some of the dudes out here, some of them women are getting that game from a pimp, from a dude that's making them put on these certain suits that over accentuate the breast. This makeup that brings out the animal lust in all men. These outfits. You dig what I'm saying? That'll make most men lust. It's a dude in the cut with that Cash App card, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Sometimes it's not a dude in the cut. It's just a selfish individual, male or female, that feels as though they can capitalize off of people's desire just to be a part of something, y'all. Ain't you noticed that? You know, it's so fucked up that some people they just want to be a part of something. They're not appreciative of their own life. They wake up every day to see what somebody else is doing. Well, I'm gonna call them and see what they doing today. I'm gonna call them and see what they going to do. Do me a favor, y'all. Stop calling motherfuckers and see who call y'all and see what y'all doing for the day. That's what you got to start doing. I used to do it. I used to get up in the morning calling other people to see what the fuck they had going on. What's your plans, boy? You going shopping? You going to the mall? Going to the city? And then I include my motherfucking plans with that person's plans. See, when you follow and incorporate your day into somebody else's day, that's a bunch of time that's moving, baby. And understand what I'm saying. If you called them to see what they was doing, obviously, if they had plans, their plans wasn't included with you, especially if they was going to make some money. So you stop what you're doing for all these hours to go sit with them while they get their bread, and all them hours went by and you ain't made a coin. Where the fuck they do that at? Where they do that at, man? I'm gonna drop the link again if y'all want to pull up, man. Somebody pull up and help me, man, because I be feeling like I'm crazy sometimes, man. For real, man. Where they do that at? Word up. This shit it's just a different world we in today, y'all. For 2023, I want y'all to understand this. Look at certain things in the world as you're walking down the street 2 days before Christmas or 2 days before you got to go to school. Let me tell you how the God works. I know people that would get 3 bottle tops in a little red sponge ball in a cardboard box and play 3 cards, 3 ball top, or get 3 cards. 2 king of spades, get a king of spades, a king of clubs, and a king of diamonds. And I hit you with that 3 card Molly. And it'll be like a dude like me standing on the side with some money that we already spit up. And he'd be like, yo, turn it over. And I go to turn it over. And he'd be like, you can't turn it over yet. You got to bet. He'd be like, you're 20 to my 40. He put his $20 down. I put my $40 down. When I turn it over, I get the king of the heart and I snatch that money. He got this look like, damn, you winning. So the crowd is watching that. Like, there is a chance for me to win. And that's when you come up with that gullible bullshit talking about, yo, I want to bet. I want to gamble. This shit happened to my aunts and them. Sent us downtown to Abraham and Strauss before it was Macy's. Hoyt Street, Brooklyn. My aunt gave him $250. My mom's gave me $250. This nigga wants to stop and start playing 3 card money. And he fell for the fried chicken that wasn't cooked with flour. The way he cried. And then if you've been around anybody to play the game 3 top or play 3 card money, they always have this scene where they make it seem like they thought they saw a cop car and they'll just flip the cardboard and walk off. Because they done tore the block up. So all the real supporters, all the people that be in YouTube, all the people that try to call themselves trying to help people with their, make sure you understand what you're doing, man. Make sure you understand what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with contributing to a channel. There's nothing wrong with helping somebody's movement, somebody's process. But make sure you're doing it because in your heart, you know this is what you want to do because it's really what you believe in, not because you're being hypnotized because you're a zombie. Pay attention to what's happening with everything you're doing in this world, man. Because they real slivery. And nowadays, like I said about that gangster shit, the scam game is incredible. I had one of my little mans tell me in Brooklyn, Dice, we don't sell crack. He showed me a Cash App card with like 70 bands on it. I told him I was going to the store for some Fronto and I never came back. Because if you got a Cash App card, no, not a Cash App card, a Bitcoin card that was connected to a Cash App card that he could transfer the money to. I don't want to be around nobody that got $70,000 on no damn dark web money. I don't want to be around you like that. If you got that, if you're into that dark web shit, I don't want to be around you. Because white collar crime, this nigga's getting caught with scams and embezzlement and shit like that. And them niggas doing 6 months and coming home. This nigga's getting caught with 2 and 3 pieces of crack and doing 40 years. You dig what I'm saying? That scamming game is more dangerous than the motherfucking heroin game. Like that bishop. Let me tell y'all a story. You see that bishop in Brooklyn? They got robbed. When them boys ran up in there, they said the gang members ran up in the church during the service and robbed him. You know why he got robbed? He got robbed because he swindled the wrong young boy's grandmother out of her retirement money and damn near most of her Social Security money and pension money. And when her grandsons found out, quote unquote, what happened, them niggas ran right up in there. And look how God worked. If you notice what he just got arrested for, my man Dunbar's in the building right now. I told him before he got arrested, when he got robbed, why he got robbed. My man in the building right now, if I'm lying, he'll tell you. They say he's arrested for what? Allegedly scamming people and elderly people out of their retirement money. Remember who said it first? Big Dice, hit that like button, man. You're supposed to be a man of God and you robbing people, man. You dirty, stinking bastard. You're supposed to be a man of God and you're robbing people. Think about that. And then you using God's name to do it. You walking around with tailor-made Versace on. Excuse me. Tailor-made Louis Vuitton. Red bottoms. Diamond encrusted chains. That's not God. That's a fraud. The only people that I noticed that's really been into that exquisite fine jewelry when it comes to their version of God is the Catholics. Check out them masses and shit like that. Like when they be having them Sunday masses on TV. Really zoom in on that jewelry them cardinals and them priests be rocking. Really going to that jewelry. Going to them crosses. Like Queen Elizabeth, God bless her soul. They said she wore a motherfucking brooch that was $585,000. A brooch is that big, man. Size of a damn pecan or something like that, man. And that shit was 500 and some change. The Queen of Elizabeth, before she passed away, this is an actual fact. She made $726 million a day. The Queen of England, God bless her soul, made over $720 million a day. It was 726 to be exact. Like, what are you doing that important? What are you doing that important? Yeah, you run a country and everything like that, but what are you doing that important? But they don't want to give school teachers no money. They don't want to give doctors no money. They don't want to give heart surgeons no money. One of the highest heart surgeons, they might wait $300,000, $400,000 a year, and they save people lives repeatedly, back to back, no flaws. Niggas might make $300,000, $400,000, and because of the money that's owed, from going to school for college for all them years, you're still, first of all, they got doctors that's still paying back college tuition and loans and been doctors for 10 and 12 years. So I don't think them niggas getting no money if you really ask me. Yeah, they can live a comfortable life. They can pay a mortgage. They can pay a car note. Excuse me. But average people pay car notes and mortgages. What's so amazing about that? And they're forever in debt. And a lot of them pass their debts off to their children. Because some people fail to realize when you die, your bill becomes your children's bill. And that's a fact. And I learned that firsthand when my mother passed away. And that's a cold-blooded fact. I didn't understand what she was saying when I used to tell my moms, yo, I wish I could take your pain and all that. I'd be like, stop saying that. She's like, what I'm going through, I'd never wish on an enemy, much less my child. And I didn't understand that shit until she passed away. The shit is real. Gangsters getting up every day going to work, especially if you've been in the street. And the reason why I tell you this is, for prime example, it's times when I've been in situations at jobs where people didn't know me from nowhere. They just looked at me like the average person that walked in a job, like some of the people are. And that's the only thing they've ever done is worked in certain plants. And I've had people say some things to me where I had to go to the bathroom and put water on my face. Mecca, I see you in the building. Salute. Artist, my man Artist. Yo, matter of fact, if y'all not subscribed to my man Artist Morrison, that's Tory Lane's twin. My man, mad funny. He got his own Diddy Bop. And like he said, he everywhere. He worldwide. And he connected to my people on Prospect. Shout out to my PMT people, man. He official. And we got AKA Magnificent, AKA Boss Victim. She dropping the page too. If I'm not mistaken, she already got it. And she's also on Instagram. And if you follow her, she'll drop a quote that'll make you think every day. Matter of fact, Mecca, you dropped one today that I hard on when you said, everybody turns out to be the asshole to somebody someday. Something like that. That shit kind of hit my heart. And what I interpreted from that is, no matter how good you try to be, no matter how solid you try to stand, in somebody's eyes, you're still not doing enough. In somebody's eyes, they're gonna find a reason to hurt you, to hate you, and be upset with you. Sometimes people are gonna hate you just for your glow. Sometimes people are gonna hate you because when you walk in, they see a certain illumination around you that puzzled them. It scares them. So for certain people, I forgive y'all, because first of all, this power that's around me, this glow that's on me, this shit is something special, man. I come from people that cared about each other before they created life. I came from people that all raised their children with no help except each other. I came from people that really, really loved each other through thick and thin. See, people want them relationships where it's going to be no problem. If you want a relationship that's going to be no problem, you need to start fucking with escorts. Because if you buy an escort, it'll be like a scene from Eddie Murphy. That motherfucker will hop on one leg and bark like a dog for whatever you paying her. And if that's what suits you and makes you happy, if that's all you need is a night or two out the month or a night or two out the year where you can feel as though you're appreciated by somebody, so be it. But it's some shit out here called love, man. There's some people out here that wake up every day praying to find somebody to love them as deeply as they would love them. There's some people out here that love people unconditionally, don't have nothing to do with no money. It's people that love people and don't even have nothing to do. First of all, a lot of you niggas out there that think y'all got them cock games and all that, you don't. You don't. Big Dice is here to tell you. Because a lot of y'all ain't learned how to really, really relate to your women. Poor things. I'm going to do a show on that too. I'm going to help y'all. I told you a lot of y'all are suffering from bitch assness and don't even know it. And then to some of the women that's in the chat and to some of the people that may watch this, no disrespect, Big Dice loves y'all. I'm talking to you like the big brother that you never had. That box ain't all that. It's not. It's not. And then one day that box or that erection that these people think they have, this shit is going to disappear. What about a person that really, really love you for you? How many people right now could genuinely say the person that they in love with, the person that they may be sharing time with or got them in their lives, know if you was to get into an accident today and next month you came home from the hospital, they would change your fucking pamper for you? No, you're not going to be paralyzed or nothing for the rest of your life or nothing like that. But you're going to have somebody that's going to change your pamper for you for, say, let's say 2 weeks. Are you sure that the person you with would change your pamper? Would clean your shit? Would really, really clean you to the fact, damn near better than the fact that they would clean themselves? Are you sure the person you with would do that? For anybody that's in a relationship and questioning right now, if the person you with would do that for you, leave them. Because if a motherfucker you with, you're not sure wash your ass if you needed them to change your ass, you better off by yourself. I told you, there's too many of us sleeping with the fucking enemy because we don't know our worth, men and women. It's just a fact. Excuse me. It's people that are living with people right now. When they get off of work, they don't want to go straight home. It's not a good sign, y'all. And before it's too late, you need to do something to work that thing out better and get it back to a fact where you can't wait to get home. Because if you're in a job all day or in the street all day, and you know it's somebody in your home, you should want to be able to get home to them, take a shower, get something to eat, rub up on them, watch some TV, go to sleep, snore, fart, whatever you do with each other. You dig what I'm saying? But when you get off from work, if you pick everything to do, like, well, fuck it. You decided to go to the mall to get some jeans you was looking for and a pair of sneakers. You decided to go to the store and get some things that were on sale because you heard it was a sale. You weren't sure, but you was on. If you doing things avoiding to get home to the person that you supposedly in love with, leave them. For real. There's too much of that shit going on, y'all. And then everybody say we gonna leave the bullshit behind from last year. Yo, Artist, my man, I'm dropping a link. Pull up, Artist. How you feel about this new thing about this gangster shit, Artist? Pull up, man. Let me see your face, man. D-Bar, Dunbars, Mecca, whoever want to pull up and talk to me about this gangster shit and what's going on. Talk to me. I'm just venting a little bit, trying to tell people what's going on. And if you're going to follow something, follow it correctly. Because there's people that follow David Koresh that were killed. There's people that follow some man, he made everybody drink some Kool-Aid at the same damn time. And they died. He said, don't worry about it, brothers and sisters. We're all going to the top together. Let's drink and be glorious. What the fuck? Don't be fucking with nobody telling you to drink no fucking poison. Talking about it's got to be a better way than this. Yes, death before dishonor if you're on a slave. Like some of the people that was being brought across on the water and they escaped their captors and got up on that ledge and jumped off in the water and said, fuck it, they'd rather die to live than live free dead. That's something totally different. It's a different way. And all the people out here that got y'all YouTube channels, man, pay attention to what's really going on in your chats. Interact. I don't care if somebody just put up a thumb on your comments. Interact with them, man. Let them know you took the time to read the shit. I got people telling me every time my shows end, great show. You did it again. You changing the energy. You the one. Shout out to my baby mama Bees. Y'all don't see her in the building yet. She always pop up. She said, Dice, I'm here for you. Shout out to Angel Dickerson. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to the real people that understand the truth. Let me know if anybody want to pull up before I get up out of here, y'all. I just wanted to give y'all a little conversation on what y'all thought about what was really gangster in these days, because gangster is humbleness. When you know you can do something and be like, nah, don't do it. That's gangster, y'all. Gangster ain't just going to get that gun and sitting on the block plotting and waiting to hurt somebody. Because let me tell you what the police doing now. I got a couple of friends, rest in peace, that were in certain situations where they got into gunfights with dudes and were victorious, tore the niggas up. And then the police was sitting right there in the car, or the police was sitting right there in the cut. And then they watched them kill somebody and then kill them. It's 2023, y'all. An old timer told me this a long time ago. I'm going to give y'all this before I break out. Every year that you have to make a New Year's resolution means you're not living right. Completely. You got to try to get to the year where you don't have a New Year's resolution, because everything ain't gonna be perfect. But as long as you get up every day moving the way you supposed to move, I'm telling you, like I said, I got a phone call earlier that let me know God, just like I tell y'all, man, about footprints. There was a young man that was going through some trials and tribulations in his life. You dig what I'm saying? When he had the most money, when he had the most cars, when he had the most notoriety, when he had the most popularity, when he felt as though he had the most stress, he used to walk on the side of the beach. He said God used to walk side by side with him. He said he always seen his footprints, and then he always seen God's footprints. He used to always chuckle. He said God would chuckle because he would brag to God how good he was doing. Then shit started fucking up. But he would still go to that same beach, because when he went to that beach, that's where he got that peace at, the water, the shore and everything like that. But he started looking down at the fucking ground and shit, and he only see his set of footprints. So now this enrages him more. He like, damn, God supposed to be with me no matter what. Fuck the people in the street. Fuck all that bullshit. God is supposed to be my savior, supposed to be my covenant, supposed to be my anything that I want to be, I can be through God, as long as I get down and repent through God and try to walk his way. A couple of days he walking by the sand, he still don't see no footprints. So now he's just so enraged with God, he don't even care. So now he looks up at the sky and starts cursing at God. I told you, all this time you was walking around me when I was up, had that money and all that. You was making it seem like you was for me. You just like everybody else. Check this out. This is what he's saying to God. The mortal was telling God straight up and down, God is not worthy of even his conversation at this particular time. He said, because when I needed you the most and I looked down, fuck was you at then? He cursing at God. The whole time he cursing and disrespecting God, all God is doing is chuckling. He said, how dare you just sit here and insult me, God? I'm crying out to you, telling you everything I've been through. And I'm telling you, when I needed you the most, you left me, and you still just gonna push it in my face? I thought you said you cared about me. He said, this is the first time God finally said something to him. He said, my son, the reason why I laughed at you when you ripped and you ran it is because the reason when you came to the beach, you only seen one set of footprints. He said, because that's when I was carrying you. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up being somebody other than me? Salute. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?